What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 1 of Princess News. I'm obviously your amazing host, Princess. And I am here with my very good friend, Latrice, a.k.a. Tracy B. Say what's up.
What's up?
We are here today, and we are going to be talking about her big move to LA and all the things she's encountered here. So this episode is titled LA Transplant. If you don't know what transplant means, Google it, guys. Because I don't have time to explain why. I don't have time to explain why I'm saying LA transplant instead of she moved to LA.
It sounds a little better.
But anyway, no, for sure. Yeah, we're definitely just going to be talking about some of the things she's experienced while living here, what made her move here, just, different things that people may not know, and for everybody curious about what it's like to live here and what are some things somebody might experience. So, yeah. First off, I want to thank all my sponsors, a.k.a. God, my mom, my sisters, all my followers. What up, y'all? And here we are. So, would you like me to address you as Latrice throughout this interview, or do you prefer to be called Tracy B, Tracy
I'm
Baby?
really too high. Okay, look.
Well, and
I want you to call me what you call me. Like, what do you call me? Let's wait until she's back.
I call you Tracy, so let's get ready. That's a little Wayne thing, he'd be like,
I know.
Every time they get he'd be like, okay, no, let's jump right in. My bad. Okay, so one of the very first things I want to ask you is, what was your reason or your biggest motivator for moving to LA?
I wouldn't say I had a motivator. I would say it was more of just the life that I was living in Houston, being a socialite and always being on the scene and at all the parties, and I just came to a point where I felt like I was living for everybody else instead of myself. Mm-hmm. But it was like, all the while through that, I went to school, I got a degree, I didn't have kids, so it was like I looked at it also like I didn't have no baggage, so I also started to reflect on my life. Like, for college, I only went down the street to University of Houston. I didn't really go out of town. I didn't really do what most people do and, take those 4 years and go somewhere else and come back. So I just felt like I had never left. So I just started feeling like, it's time for me to get out of here. They say, you don't start living until you get out of your comfort zone. And I just felt like, why not? I went to school for communications. I felt like LA was going to be perfect, for that.
I was going to ask, why LA? What made you choose LA out of anywhere you could have moved?
More so for my... we don't have to mention the weather, and the fact that weed is legal, but...
that's a big factor. Let me just say it. I live here too now. Let me tell you, the sunshine is popping. This weed is great.
It's lit. Like, let me tell you.
Everybody's smoking now.
Hold on.
Right. So, your one of the, not biggest motivator, but the main reason you moved here was because you felt like you wanted to find more of a purpose for your life. You weren't living for yourself back home. You were living to be what everybody else wanted you to be, the fun, which was great. I even was a part of your life at that time, and I remember what it was like. So,
and not to say I wasn't having fun, like I loved it. I just felt like, I feel like there was more to it. I feel like God put me on this earth to do more than just that. And if I could do that, then I could do so much more. So it's like, why not? I just needed to go somewhere where I could see that.
Well, that's bold. So, which brings me to my next question, because that's, like a big, big step. What scared you the most about moving here?
First off, the fact that I was going to be by myself, and if you know me, I have never been alone. Like, literally, to go to a restaurant to sit down and I don't know. There's no table for one. There's no, going to eat by myself.
No one's dolo.
Bro, there's no dolo solo. There's, there's Treese and somebody else. I've always had somebody by my side. So, the first thing I was scared of was being alone. It was... didn't have no family. I don't have no family out here. I don't have nobody. Till this point, I'm alone. But it's still I'm still a little scared. But it's kind of.
Still, because this is crazy. For you to have never lived anywhere else, and you just pack all your shit up. Yo, fuck it, I'm leaving. And people don't do that.
Not even all my shit.
As your close friend, I must say, I'm yo, my nigga out here.
And not even all my shit. I took 2 suitcases. I still got.
It's still crazy.
What
And you've been here how long so far?
2.5 years.
Yeah, shit's still crazy.
Bro, time is flying. I can't believe it.
Yeah, which brings me to my third point. You know what I'm saying? Because I know if don't nobody say it to you, I'm gonna say it right here before I ask her this. I'm super proud of the fact that you out here, you maintain, and I'm watching you. I've seen you from where you started from the bottom. Now you're here. So let me ask you, what's the biggest misconception that people have about you living here?
That that this shit is easy. I think I really do a good job of making it look easy, the transition looking easy, that you can just get up and go and live somewhere else and be good and not worry and still party and still, but I think a lot of people have that, mixed up. They think that it's easy for me, but they don't realize.
When you look at it, like, you know what I'm saying, from Houston to now, your life, you can still turn up out here, so it's crazy. People probably thinking, like, how the fuck you in L.A., where it costs like $1 jillion to live.
Bro, everything
and you still out here eating, you still out here turning up.
Bro, and the meals are $1,000 a piece.
The gas is $1,000
a gallon.
Everything is $1,000. So, yeah, the biggest misconception people have about you living here is that it's super easy.
It's super easy, and a lot of people don't even know. Like, I cry every other day, bro. Like, it should be real, but, it's that's what motivated me to keep going. And, cause the fact that I am uncomfortable, that's why I wanted to step out. I needed to get out of that comfort zone. I needed to know what it was like, not for everything to be easy and shit handed to me and stuff. I needed to, experience this. So I'm very happy, and I'm proud of myself that I'm going through it too, but
that's super fat.
Shit. It's like, you gotta smoke during this shit. Like, how do you not smoke? Like, fucking, the cheapest thing is the weed, and it's the best thing too, but it's good.
That's facts. So, what's the biggest lesson you think you've learned while you've been here?
That people ultimately suck. That's not really the lesson. All I'm saying is that being that person that was always surrounded by people, and when things were up and, things were sunny, when life do happen, it is time to grow up, and it's time that you just realize how many people are there for you and how many people are not. So I feel like, I don't know, it was just very disappointing to realize that not one thing to feel like I was alone, but then to realize that I was alone. Yeah,
ain't nobody got me but me.
Exactly.
It is a very humbling and sobering feeling.
It is.
God damn.
But then it's like, you being in LA, being in Hollywood, you meet people like that. Like, that's how, like, people out here, they're so about themselves. You meet people, and it's like, everybody for themselves. They not worried about the next person. It's not like the South, it's not like us where we care about how your day was today, or we care about if you had a bad day at work. They don't give a fuck, Out here is every man for himself. So, like you said, it is very humbling to, like, learn that and go through that, but it's just, it's disappointing at the same time, because it's like, damn, like, I fuck with y'all, but y'all don't really just fuck with me back, like...
It is.
Yeah, it's cool though.
So, what was your most difficult moment here? I mean, especially being now that you just said people don't really fuck with you, and that probably could tie into.
I think that you could probably co-sign on this one, but the living situation, the moving, the what I had to go through as far as roommates and that shit, like, I was literally in the twilight zone. Like, you lived with me for about 3 months, so you can co-sign if anybody wants details, but that shit was like, but the thing is like, what we saw was we weren't the only ones. Like, that's how it is out here. That's how you gotta get it out here. Like,
that's a part of that biggest misconception. People think, it just depends on how you come out here too. Like, you know what I'm saying? You coming out here and you've been a thuggin', you gonna thug it.
Like who really thought you gotta get on Craigslist to find somewhere to live, nigga? Like, you gotta fucking rent a room. You gotta, like, and then at that, if you want your own place, motherfuckers want you to have 1,000 credit score. They want you to fucking have all
3,000 down.
Like, that shit is difficult, especially for people that's getting up on their own, trying to come somewhere to pursue dreams or do shit on their own. Like, that's really hard. Like, a lot of people come here with barely any money in their account. Me, like, but it's
I came here with $200.
Bro, I came here with $300.
A person on my back with a dragon in it.
It's just like, you gotta come out here and get it. But that living shit, that shit's difficult. Like, people wonder why so many homeless people out here, because, nigga,
Bro, when I first got here and I saw Skid Row, I was like, the fuck?
Well, let's roll about this, baby.
Yeah,
bro.
This is crazy. Like, yeah, people don't, I could imagine that was a difficult moment. I can't attest to that. I was there. It was a difficult moment to me. If this question was asked to me, I'd answer it the exact same way. Because it was a situation that, neither of us were used to. Neither of us had ever experienced. So, it's interesting.
Especially coming from Texas.
Yeah, in Houston, in Texas, everything, it's a different life. You know what I'm saying? People think that the grass is always so much greener, but, like, you got to appreciate where you come from to get where you got to go.
Exactly.
Because it's crazy. If you don't appreciate where you're coming from, you're not going to understand it when you get to where you're going.
Exactly.
So this is a place that when you get here, and if you ain't got it, like, you better get it or you better go back. You better get it or go back. Because this ain't...
It's only for survivors, really. Like, only the survivors.
Excuse Beyonce. I'm a survivor. Ay. I'm not going to give. Ay. I'm not going to stop. Bow. I'm going to work. Bow. Yeah. All right. Yeah, my bad. See, we're going to get into a whole music break. Come on. See how people be playing?
We got to focus.
That's all it takes. Okay.
We got to focus.
So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? And I know this is going to be lit because I already know the answer to this question as we just backdoored off the what's the most difficult. What's your biggest accomplishment, or what are you most proud of since you've been here?
Well, let's, for one, start about how a bitch got her own fucking apartment.
And it's litty, y'all.
What the fuck is you talking about? A 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath.
And it's litty.
2-story townhome.
Yeah.
It's mine. It's my name on it. It's mine.
Who is it? It's my
Bro, and this shit took, like, what is you talking about? Y'all don't even know. Like,
when I pulled up to the new spot, I was like, what, nigga? With the private gate?
Bro, and it's just, like, the fact that I've been here for 2.5 years.
First off, if you've never been to LA and you come to this, this is a, bruh, nope. Okay, come live here first.
Right.
Because
you don't even fucking
it might
know.
as well be a mansion.
You don't know. Like, you don't even know.
But,
so,
like, yeah.
It's just like the fact that I've been here 2.5 years, I just feel like when I got this apartment is when I felt like LA was home. And that was in like...
This is a home.
That was in like March of this year. So it's like that whole time I was here, I was just like kind of just coasting, you know what I mean? Like, but now I'm actually comfortable. And
and let me just say, I'm extremely happy for you.
It's definitely a peace of mind. Like, I'm spending for it, but it's worth it.
It's worth it, man.
It's definitely
worth it. Let me say that, because peace of mind is everything. Mental health is everything. And if people don't realize, when you're in a stressed environment, when your environment is not peaceful, when you're coming home to something that's not conducive to what your body and brain needs, like, you know what I'm saying? We was in a stressful environment when we first moved out here. We was on autopilot, like, yo. I know me, for me at least, I came out here on some just like, you know what? I was on Zoom from everything, so I just understand how it is to come back and bounce back and bounce back. So, if you could, you know what I'm saying, I feel like the journey is the journey and what's meant to be is meant to be. But if you could do anything differently, what would you do differently?
I would probably definitely save up a lot more money. Because I feel like that's what made the struggle a little bit more real. Because I really just got up and left, you know, booked that one-way ticket, was like, all right, I'm out. Like, I didn't really plan. I was just like, you know, so I feel like if I would have planned more and actually, like, you know, but I'm proud of the way I did it, you know, but I do feel like if I would have waited, got a little bit more money and like, it was like I made a big leap. I didn't have no job for 6 years, and then I fucked around, came out here. It took me like 3 months to get a job, but still, that wasn't that bad, but it's still like, it was like,
I'm living right here.
Yeah, it was, I should have probably planned it a little bit more, like, even with the situation, like, I did similar to you. It was a girl, like, a homegirl that allowed me to, like, stay with her for a while, but I kind of, you know, realized I could have did that.
That shit is tough, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you living with somebody and, you know what I'm saying, like, things, and that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? You in the close quarters and shit like that, so that's inevitable. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I can totally understand that being something you know, want to do differently, which anybody would. Like, let me get some bread first, but you don't know what to expect, so you just and it's good. I mean, you were spontaneous.
Exactly. That's how I felt. I was like, am I really gonna ever get the amount of money that I want? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if you just continue like, I need to do this, you just be like making excuses to not do this shit. biding time, but so far, since you have been 2.5 years, you obviously like this thing, you like this place.
Oh yeah.
What's the best experience or thing you love most about LA? What's like your best been your best experience here, or what do you love most about being here?
What I don't feel like I've had a best experience yet because I feel like I still haven't done as much as I could do, so I'm not going to answer it in that way. But what I do love most is we can talk about the weather and the fact that weed is legal, but I love people. Like, you know how I feel about people, so I love the fact that it's so many different type of people out here that from everywhere, from all over the world, that are here for so many different reasons. And to me, that's just like so knowledgeable in my aspect, and just so like, I don't know, just
ultimate melting pot type shit.
Yeah, like it's just, and then like just to know like the other stuff that we know about LA, about how, you know, how so many homeless people and how it's not easy, and the transition and just how it is. It's just like, I feel like it's just awesome that you go anywhere. Like, it's like, I can't even explain, but you know what I mean. It's just like the hustle out here, the fact that
the vibe, the grind,
yeah,
just like how
everything.
You gotta get up and get it. Like everybody out here trying to get it. Like
yeah.
nobody really just like
it's
everybody
like
getting it. Everybody got
one day
jobs.
I was driving down the street. It was like fucking like 12. It was like noon, and it was just like hella people just like jogging down the street, and I'm just like, why y'all not at work? You know, but it's just like, that's what I respect, because everybody don't have a 9 to 5. They doing some other shit, so they can like do. It's just like, but shit, you never know what the next person might be doing out here. That's what I love. Like, you ask somebody what they do, and they gonna say some shit that you never fucking heard of before, you know, versus back home, you ask a handful of people what they do, you gonna get the same answer a couple times. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like, it's so motivational. Like, just,
and to hear people's stories, and
how
they just
like,
packed up, did this, did that, came out here, like,
that's
somebody, a set control person, every other day you might be behind the scenes or some shit. There's some shows going on. It's so many things to do.
Like, I used to
so many ways to make money. Like, that was one of the fascinating things too. You can't be broke out here, because like, it's always a way to go get some bread. Like, they give you ridiculous opportunities to get money.
Remember old girl was a fucking what's her name? A Postmate driver. She lived off of fucking Postmates. I used to live with a fucking character animator. I've lived with so many different type of people that it's like, but you got to do what you got to do to make it. There's no reason not to make it. You can make a living doing audience gigs, nigga. Like,
yes, they pay you to go sit in the audience. You can go sit at the Steve Harvey show and make $80. Quick, 4 hours, 5 hours. It's crazy. So it's like, you know, and then the government out here is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not even get into that. Let's not even get. We don't want anyway. But still. I understand what you mean, so that is something to love about LA. But let me ask you this, because I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but don't let you say it. This is your interview. What do you hate the most about LA, or most about being here?
Oh my gosh, I hate a couple of things. Can I talk about them all? It's just like, okay, let's start with the food. Like, I'm really upset that everybody out here is like a vegan or like a vegetarian. Like, I get it, you know, it's cool and all, but it's just like,
relax.
It's
get some
just,
chicken out here.
Yeah,
get some
like
soul food out here.
It's like season. Put some seasoning or something.
It's okay to use a little Tony Sasha.
Exactly.
They salt and pepper down.
It's just like you still got people like me that eat meat and shit. So I still want something good. So
the food is garbage.
The food is garbage. So when people ask me, Latrice, why you skinny? Why you losing weight and shit? Don't ask me dumb shit, bro, because I'm hungry. So unless y'all about to send me some plates
I'm
from
just
Texas
so hungry.
or do something, bro, don't ask me no questions, because this food out here is garbage.
Trash.
Anyway, the people suck too.
But you just said they was lit, bro.
They live, but at the same time they suck, because being from the South, I don't like that they don't give a fuck, you know? So that's what I mean. I'm kind of biased in that way, I guess, but I'm just like, I still need the people, the Southern hospitality, you know, the people that just care a little bit, like, just, if you cry and they not just gonna say fuck you, you know what I mean? I still need that, you know, especially because I ain't got my mama here, you know, I ain't got nobody. Give a damn. Yeah, like they're like, what the fuck you crying for?
Sit your father ass down for I make change.
So it's just like, that sucks. But it's like, I get it. I'm not mad at it, but it does suck that people don't give a fuck. Like, damn, bro. Like, my friends back home, they give a fuck a little bit.
You good, man?
Yeah.
I hear they be like, shut your ass.
Bro, let's talk about the traffic. All right. I have to talk about it because I don't even drive in it. Like, this is how serious it is because I don't even drive in it. So when I do drive in it, I've been out here 2.5 years. The fact that it is what it is, it's just like, I don't understand. Like, where do these people live? Seeing that there's no vacancies, nowhere to fucking,
Because every time you need somewhere to move, it be like, nowhere. We tried to move forever.
Bro.
No apartment.
Nothing. Nathaniel. Where are y'all?
But, like, the thing with the traffic is I think they be sightseeing. Like, it's so many tourists out here.
Yeah, and they just, I be rolling up on people just be like,
and you be like, get your bitch
ass. You literally have nowhere to go. But I have somewhere to go. I understand.
Yeah,
like,
bro. Everybody be chilling. Everybody out here be chilling.
They be chilling. Bro, every lane is the slow lane, dude. Ain't no fast lane. Only people getting through is the motorcycles. Because them motherfuckers can zoom on your bitch ass.
I be like, I'm going to get a bike. I'm finna get a bike, though. Real talk.
No, don't do that. Because fucking not out here. You're going to get happy with going in between. Somebody going to knock your ass over with their door.
I'm going to fucking slide off the damn canyons and shit with these. Let's talk about that. These little raggedy ass roads where you almost finna die every time you make a turn because they got cliffs and shit.
It's a beautiful place, but it do
have,
have, people be dying,
the ocean gonna kill you,
or a plane gonna crash on the freeway.
Speaking of, right.
That's nuts.
It's always a high. You ever notice it's always a high speed chase out here?
But it's like, where? How? Because it's
how
traffic. Yeah. But where are y'all going? Where are y'all getting through? Like, the fuck? Bro, that's why everybody getting caught and everybody got to jump out the car and go somewhere.
They be running, niggas.
It's traffic.
Traffic
is not.
Nobody's
praying for a high speed chase.
Yo, the traffic is the worst thing. If anybody asks me, I'll just be like, well, yeah, the food and
okay, I got one more.
Then my niggas complain.
Okay, no, the dating, dog.
Oh, that's the most, if it ain't the traffic or the food, the dating is garbage.
Trash.
Yo, I've met the most trash niggas I've ever. I'm sorry, not niggas.
This is not your interview, dog.
My bad. I was about to be so mad. Yo, let me in the interview. Let me in. It's crazy. Tag me, bro. Tag me.
Nah, bro.
Cool.
It's just really trash out here. Like, I feel, we don't even got to go into details with that one either. Just sum it all up.
Come here with a boyfriend if this the case. Well,
yeah.
no, because
y'all not gonna stay together.
Yeah,
the fuck is you saying? The fuck is you talking about? So don't do that. But you gotta stay strong out here in these streets. Like, fuck these niggas. It's just really something in the fucking water. It's something in the Pacific Ocean. I'm used to niggas drinking that Gulf.
That Gulf gets you right.
That Gulf gets you right.
That Pacific is not specific, and it ain't terrific. We're here live.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yo, this has been great. I'm about to wrap it up. I got a last question for you. I've thoroughly enjoyed this interview. You're hilarious, by the way.
Oh, you are funnier.
This is so, it's therapeutic because I'm just really cracking up. These are questions I've never asked you before, so it's really cool to hear your answers because I've never really myself thought about, these things for you. So this is, I'm glad to hear it. But if anything, being that you're almost a connoisseur of the LA life now, or it takes time. I'll give you about 5 years before somebody's a connoisseur.
Like 5 years.
You're still in the beginning, getting into intermediate phase because it's a minute out here. But what would be your advice to people aspiring to move out here, to anybody who's thinking about making the move, or just like, what's some advice that you would give to anybody, especially our listeners, all my partners, what's up, y'all, my friends?
I feel like first off, I would say just do it. If you have any type of feeling to do it or anything to want to change your life, even if it's not even to move to LA, if you feel like you need to get out of your comfort zone, move somewhere else. Because what I experienced is that seeing that these type of people are here, seeing that what I'm going through is that I would have never known that if I would have stayed where I was. I wouldn't have realized that this is what's going on over here. And this is only me going to one other state. It's so many other places to go and so many other things to see, and just, you got to live life. Like, you got to get to it, and it's all about getting outside of your comfort zone. And if you want to come to LA, come on. Like, the weed is bomb. I'm not going to tell you not to come. Like, but just do it. Like, you got to just do it. Like, don't hesitate. I know I make it sound easy, but I'm saying, like, plan it out. Do what you got to do. Take those small steps towards that big goal, but just do it.
But don't come here because it's a lot of traffic
It
already.
is. Like, we don't got no, and I'm not like nobody. You can't live with me, so just, you know.
Go to San Diego or something.
Don't even come to the West Coast. You know, go to Florida or some shit. Like,
I mean, we just saying if you want to move or do something.
Yeah,
do
exactly.
But don't come here.
Princess don't want y'all to come here.
Cause what?
I don't mind. Like, I like, you know, like, come on. Like,
but if you my mama and my sisters, y'all come.
Right. Y'all can come.
Mama Tati, Alicia come. Real shout out, like, too. But yeah, but for real talk, for real, no. This is a great place to live, and they expanding, and it's a lot of land out here, so it's really no reason for us. They got bunches of land out here, so, you know, we can see what's going to happen, but don't rush. But, yeah, this is all about being an LA transplant, and this has been a cool interview for me because it's making me think about some of the reasons probably why I moved out here, what I've experienced, what my answers to these questions would be. So I appreciate you taking the time out to be on Princess News and being my very first
anything for the princess.
Being a really good friend. She's my friend. No, I'm just kidding. This is she's definitely my friend, but I mean, that was the voice I was using. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to do another episode pretty soon within the next week here, and you'll find out what the episode is when I record it. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Princess News. Holla at your girl. I would have freestyled y'all, but I'm finna go. I'm just playing about it. I'm finna. I'm finna. Am I gonna do it? I'm not gonna do it. I'm about to press the stop button right now.
No, don't.
Here it go. I'm about to press this. Ho.
That was weird.
Alright, let's see.
Oh,
yeah. On the thing. Let's see. Nice.